Welcome to today's edition of 3 Minute Halacha. The brachot rishonot that we recite before eating are the HaMotzi, the Mezonot, the Hagefen, the Ha'etz, the Hadama, and the Shahakol. The HaMotzi is the most specific of all, applying just to bread, whereas the most generic is Shahakol, which is a catch-all bracha, which can be recited over anything. And in cases where we're not sure of the bracha, the shahakol can also be the bracha that is used. The first two brachot, however, HaMotzi and Mezonot, share one important feature, and that is that they're made from one of the five grains: wheat, barley, spelt, oats, or rye. However, bread is different than Mezonot because it's a baked dough, consisting primarily of flour and water, and it has a loaf-like appearance and a generally dry texture to it, whereas mezonot can be either one of two types of foods: a pat haba bekisnin, which refers to cakes or crackers or pies, or maaseh kedera, one of those five grains that are prepared by boiling or deep frying, such as knedlach, matzah balls, or spaghetti, or even oatmeal. In order to understand mezonot a little bit more, we need to understand the pat haba bekisnin concept. They're foods which differ from bread that you typically wouldn't use them like a sandwich, and you typically wouldn't eat them together with meat or fish, and generally they're eaten as a snack and not as a full meal. However, pat haba bekisnin can actually have three different forms. And this is a machloket that we find in the Shulchan Aruch in Siman Kuf Samachet, expressed in Seif Zion in paragraph 7. One is the type of mezonot that's a sweet kind of dough. Think cake or other kinds of pastries. In that kind of situation, the ingredients that are added to the dough is more than the amount of the water itself, and the Ramah explains that it has to be significantly more to change the taste. So it really is a cake and not a bread. The second kind of pat haba bekisnin actually relates to the name kisnin, which, according to Chazal, may come from the word kis, a pocket. Think of a filled dough. A filled dough could be a pie, a blintz, even a hot dog that's wrapped in a phyllo dough, as long as that dough has a change in flavor because of the filling itself. The third type of pat haba bekisnin is something that's thin and crispy: crackers, pretzels, breadsticks. Those all could be another form of mezonot. So when it comes to the five grains, bread is HaMotzi, obviously, and mezonot are those things that aren't bread within one of those three categories. But there is also the maaseh kedera, those things that are cooked, that are boiled. And as a result of that, they're also not considered HaMotzi, but merely a mezonot. But there is some exceptions to this. For example, if something is fried but not deep fried. So for example, a pancake may be considered in the first category of mezonot and not in maaseh kedera, unless if it was deep fried. These halachot are complicated, and yet they will provide for us many more opportunities to understand the halachot of when you make a motzi, when you make a mezonot, and even when you are able to be what's called kovea seuda. We'll discuss all of these topics in coming 3 Minute Halachot.